Dr. Shivendra, and in this session we will discuss the concept of various input methods used in the game. So what are the input devices? Actually, input devices are nothing but the game controllers used in video games to provide input to the game. So why they are used? Actually, they are used to control any object or character in the game. So basically there are various input devices like gamepad, joysticks, paddle, steering, light gun, or keyboard or mouse. There are other various devices which I have not mentioned here, but keyboard and mouse, these two are primitive input devices which we by default get with any system, any computer. So in this session we will discuss the input methods associated with the keyboard and mouse. First of all, we will discuss what are the input behaviors whenever we take any input from any type of input devices. So what are their behaviors? So basically, first behavior is called event based behavior. So event based behavior is what? In that case, event in a game occurs once whenever we press the button. It means event is what? Suppose we have created a game where any activity will happen when we press the button. So event based activity means that event will only happen when we press the button. It means that event will be happened only in a single frame. We can see in this Mario game, this particular character will only jump whenever we press the button, space button. Okay. So what it means, in this case, event is jumping of the Mario, and whenever we press the button, in that frame only event will be happened. Okay. And there will be no event happened at the time of holding or releasing that button. Event will happen only when we press the button. The second input behavior is state based. So in this case, event will keep repeating itself till the button is pressed. Okay. So what it means, when any event will be associated with the button, whenever we press the button, that event will be happened continuously until we release the button. Okay. For example, in this video we can see that gun is keep releasing the bullets till button is pressed. Now we will see various keyboard inputs if we deal with Unity game engine. So there are various functions available uh, for keyboards. They are very confusing. Most of the functions are same and most of the functions are different. For example, gate key down, gate key up, these three belong to a single family, and get button down and get button up belong to another family. So basically, what is the logic behind gate key down, gate key up? We will understand it by this example. Suppose we have a button. Okay. So whenever we press this button, what will happen? So this all functions like get key up, get key down, get button up, get button down, this all returns a boolean value. Okay. So we can draw a truth table for them. For example, there are three activity. One is when we press the button, when we hold the button, and one is release the button. So first of all we will see get key down, get key, and get key up. Okay. So basically, whenever we press the button, get key down will be true and get key also will be true and get key up will be false. And whenever we hold the button, get key down will be false, get key will be true, and get key up will be false. and whenever we release the button, get key down will be false, get key will be false, and get key up will be true. So these all are the return type of these functions. Okay, and when we deal with the get button down, get button up, so same thing will be happen. Here we can write get button, in place of key we can write the button. The same truth table will be followed by the get button family. Okay, so basically when we deal with the get key or get key down, get key up, so it deals with the key code of that key. Okay, every key has their own key code, so this function uses that key code. And whenever we deal with the get button family, it deals with the string associated with that key. So there are various predefined string, like whenever we use space, so jump keyword, like whenever we use space button, so jump keyword is associated with this space button. So whenever we write jump, it deals with the space button. Okay, so now practically we will see what are these functions and how they work. Okay, so this is the default scene we have already created, and here there are two cubes we have taken. The first cube is converted into a plane, and second cube we can see here, this is a first cube which is treated as a plane, and this is second cube uh, which is placed on that plane. Okay, so here we can see that we have already added a component script, and we have named it like inp. Okay, so now open this. Okay, so first of all we will see uh, what are the values returned by this all get key up, get key down, get key or get button, all these families. Okay, so first of all we will write input dot get key down. As I already told you, it will use a key code dot. Here you can see that all keyboard keys are mentioned here. You can take any of them. I will take space. Okay, so as I have already told that these functions always return boolean type of value, so we will just check if input dot get key down is true. Then what we have to do, we will print debug.log space is pressed. Okay, now I will copy the same statement, and we can paste it. We will use else if function. Okay, and here on the place of get key down we will write get key and space is pressed. So here we will write space button is on hold. Okay, now again we will paste it, else here we will write get key up. Okay, and space is, sorry, released. Okay, okay, now we will press the space button and we will see what is happening. Here you can see I have just pressed the button, so space is pressed, is called only for one time, and space button is on hold 5 times. It means within this time period frame has passed. Okay, and whenever we release this button, we got one time. Okay, again we will check it. Here you can see that I have keep pressing the space button, and here you can see that the value is here you can see that value is increasing on the space button is hold count. Okay, and whenever I released it, we can see the count is 1. So same thing will be happened with get button family. Okay, here we can write button, button, button. So I am telling you one example like get button, but I have already told you that button always take a string. Okay, not key code. How we will know that which string is associated with which type of key? Okay, so for that we will go to edit. For that we will go to edit and project setting, and here if we will click on input, here we can see that there are various 18 events already mentioned in the unity. So here we can see that jump event in associated with the space button. It means we have to pass the string jump, so it will always call space button. So here we can write string is case sensitive, you have to take care of that. Button. Now if I will press the button, you can see here space is pressed 1, and hold, during hold 6 frame has passed, and whenever I release the button it counted 1. Okay, so as we know that this particular script is associated with this cube, so now we will so now we will add some movement on this cube using our keystroke. So for examples, first of all, now we'll check how these buttons can be used in order to provide the movement to any objects. So first of all, we will create a vector 3 variable, and now it will store the position of the object with which this code is associated. So this code is associated with the with that cube. So now I will check for the input, get key down, key code. I am again taking the key space. Okay, so I have to check this condition, so I will write if first of all I will increment the value of x direction of that cube with 4 unit, and now again I will reassign this vector value to the current position of that cube. Okay. Okay, so now here you can see that whenever I press the button, this cube moves 4 unit in x direction, and when I hold this button there is no movement at all. So for that we will write get key. So get key is for what? For holding the button. So whenever get key will be true, it will increment the x position value with 4 unit continuously. So now if I will check it, oh, it's very fast. So we can reduce the speed of this cube by using time dot delta time. Now you can see that the smooth movement of the cube. Okay, so there is one more input function is available, that is get axis, which is nothing but it always returns the value of virtual axis which is identified by the axis name, and the value of axis will be ranges and the value of axis will range between -1 to 1. Okay, so we can understand it. And it, for example, as I have already told you, that in project setting and in input we can see here it's written axis. So get axis can take any of the keywords or any of the string which is mentioned here. For example, here you can see that horizontal is written, and in case of horizontal we can use two buttons, left arrow and right arrow, in order to provide the movement to any object. Okay, alternatively we can use A and D button. Similarly, there is a vertical axis. Here we can see that we can use down arrow and up arrow, or and alternatively we can use S and W button. Okay, so these type of inputs are already associated with the or FPS, or means first person shooter, or any character if we did. So now we will use this function. So here uh, there's no need of checking it, because unlike get key or get button functions, it uh, it does not return boolean value. It always return the virtual axis value, which ranges from -1 to 1. For example, like I'm taking a float value, float x equal to input dot get axis. Okay, so here I am passing the word, suppose horizontal, horizontal transform dot translate. Okay, so I want to translate the x value with this x, and we are not considering y and z. Okay, so now I will check what is happening. Okay, so now you can see that I can use my both keys, left and right arrow key, in order to provide the movement. Okay, one more addition I will do. Suppose I am taking another variable, float y equal to input dot get axis vertical, and this y we will pass here. So first of all we'll see what is y direction. No, it's upward downward. uh, okay, this is y. So we will assign this value to here. Okay, now you can see how smoothly we can move any object. Now there are various functions available which can take input from mouse, like get mouse button, get mouse button down, get mouse button up. Here we can see that we can take input from mouse by get key also, like get key, sorry, key code dot. Here you can see that mouse 0, mouse 1 and mouse 2. Okay, so we can use mouse input with get key as well as get button, but we have separate mouse functions like get mouse button up, get mouse button down and get mouse button. Actually mouse input always take three integer value as argument: 0, 1 and 2. So basically, suppose this is mouse, this is scroll button, and these are two buttons. Its left button always assigned integer 0, right button always assigned as integer 1, and this is 2. Okay, so now we will see in the code. So here I'm taking input get mouse button down. Okay, here you can see that it always take integer input, so I am writing 0, it means left button. So I will check it whether it is true or not. If input get, if it is true, okay, so in that condition I will store the position of the mouse coordinates. So actually position always return three coordinates: x, y and z. So that's why I will create a vector 3 variable, suppose pose. Okay, and input dot mouse position. Okay, now I will print it debug dot log. So what will happen in this code? Whenever I will press left mouse, it will print the value of the mouse position. So here you can see that I have clicked here, and here you can see that x, y and z coordinates are here. You can see that x, y and z coordinate are mentioned. If I will click on this corner, so here you can see that 5, 332 and 00. So since I am dealing with only this 2D environment, that's why you can see that z coordinate will always be 0. So that's it from this video, and I hope now you all are familiar with various input methods used in Unity, and if you have any doubt you can comment me. Thank you.